Hello everyone, welcome back. In continuation of the solution to 2001 JAMB mathematics questions, I think we stopped at question 20. In this video, I'm going to continue from where we stopped. So don't forget that if you want to excel in mathematics in JAMB, that is you want to score 100%, yeah, it is very possible. So then you are expected to check some of these past questions and take note of, the possible questions. So once you know them, they used to repeat them often. So you just have to know the hint on how to solve them, which is what I'm actually explaining in some of this video. So I've started with 2021. God's willing, I'm going to, solve other years as well. So if you want to excel in your mathematics JAMB and you are serious about having good grade, in essence, if you want to have 100% in mathematics in JAMB, then you have come to a right place. Sit down, take your pen and follow my class. But if you've not subscribed to my channel before, please don't forget to do so. I've made many lessons in different aspects of mathematics. So the one that is more related to you is the one on SSCE Mathematics from Zero to Guru. So where I explain mathematics from scratch. So if you have phobia for mathematics or you have a kind of misconception for mathematics as a subject, so then you have come to a right place. Okay, now let us continue. So let us continue. The next question here is on statistics as well. I think we've come across a question on statistics. So the question asks us to find the mean of a number. So as usual, let me just try and copy it here so that we don't waste the time. So the question says the mean of 10 positive numbers is 16. So what do we mean by mean? You know, mean which is denoted by x bar is what? Is given by this formula, summation x divided by n. You understand now? So that is, if you sum all the numbers you have in the set, then you divide it by the total number of data you have in the set. So when we now have the mean of 10 numbers is 16. So that is, the mean of 10 number is 16. When another number is added, the mean becomes 18. So the simplest way you can solve this is what? We know that the sum of if you want to find the mean, just sum the data divided by the number of the data. So then we're given the mean of the 10 positive numbers. So their mean is equal to 16. I hope you understand now. So it means you can say let summation what? Let summation x be a. Since we don't know it, that is the sum of this is a. Then from here, my n is what? Since they say sum of the mean of 10 positive number, in essence, my n is equal to 10. I hope you understand that. So if you substitute there, I can know what will be the sum of what? Of all the numbers. I hope you understand now. So, and from there, if I know the sum of all the number, then if I now have another number, if I have another data and I'm asked to find the mean of all the 11 data altogether, it means I will just add the last number to the total, the sum of all the first 10 numbers divided by 11 now. So that's what we are going to do here. So then I'm now going to have my mean here is 16 equals to, so our summation next, we don't know it, but we represented it with a by a divided by n, which is 10. From here, I can see that my a, which is sum of what? Of all the 10 positive number, is 16 multiplied by 10, which is 160. Now we know that the sum of all the 10 number is 160. And the question now continue, when number is added, when another number is added, that is now, okay, now I have 160 before. I hope you understand now. So then I added another number. Let's say I added b. So how many data do I have now? I have 11 data altogether. I hope you understand now. So then what are we asked to do? The main becomes 18. Then the main becomes 18. That is, when you now divide this by 11, you are going to have the value of the main to be 18. So then the question asks us to find the value of B. I hope you understand. You can see it's not difficult to do. So we know, the sum of, we know that the summation, the formula to calculate the mean is sum of all the data divided by the total number of the data. So in essence, when you have 1, 2, 3, then the mean will be what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 divided by how many data we have? 3. I hope you understand that. So that's how we obtain that. Now we have 11 numbers. So just add all the 11 numbers together, but we know the sum of all the 10 the sum of the first 10 numbers, but we don't know that of the 11th. So just add or represent a number to be the 11th number, add it to the sum of the first 10 numbers, then divided by how many numbers do you have now? So 11. I hope you understand now. So then you can continue. This will now give me 160 plus B is equal to 198. So from there, you can collect the like time, and your B will now be 198 minus 160. What is 198 minus 160? Your B is equal to 38. It means the 11th number is what? Is 38. So it means 11 number is 38. It's very simple. Okay. Even if they ask you to, okay, let's say I want you to find, I give you the mean of the first 12 number now, then I want you to find the 12th number. It's not difficult to do. Just add the sum of the first 11 number. That will be what? 160 plus 58 plus C, then divided by 12. Then you now equate it to the H. So you equate it to the mean. You equate it to the mean. So if that is cleared, let us continue. So let us solve the second question, question 22. I think this one is on probability. Question 22 is on probability. 22. Okay, this is the question. So the question says two numbers are removed at random from 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the probability that the sum of the numbers removed is even? I hope you understand now. So, that is the probability of the number removed is what? Is even. Don't forget, the probability of a number occurring is what? Number of required outcome. Everything divided by what? Number of possible outcome. Let me quickly, revise this. For example, now if you want to find the probability of head occurring in what? So in a single toss of a coin. You know, if you toss a coin, so the probability of head occurring or appearing will not be what? Number of required outcome, that is edge. How many edge can appears when you toss a coin? So that is one. Then divided by, so what is the possible outcome? If it is not head, it is a tail. So that is 1 divided by 2. I hope you understand now. So now you now have two numbers are removed from this set, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to find the probability that the sum of the two numbers is even. So that is, the possible numbers I can have is what? 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. But if you don't want to stress yourself, you can draw a what? A sample space for it so that you don't stress yourself. Let's say I have one like this. I have one, sorry. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that if you know the pairs, you don't need to stress yourself. Then I also have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the possible two pairs we can have can be what? I can have 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, and 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4. So these are the possible two pairs we can have from all the four sets. Okay, now if you check the question very well, that is, what is now the probability of the sum of the numbers removed is even. Okay, let us take the sum of the number. This is 2, 3, right? 4, so 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hope you understand now. So it means the possible numbers we can have, the possible pairs or the possible sum we can have are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 possible numbers. But the question asks us to find the probability of what? Of the sum of the numbers being even. So don't forget the probability of number removed is even will now be what? Number of required outcome. Okay, now let us count those pairs that are even. This is even, this is even, this is even, this is even, this is even. Yeah, this is also even, this is even, this is even. I hope you understand now. So if you now count it together, so if you count the number of even numbers together, so you will see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we have 8 divided by 16. That is the possible outcome. You know, the total possible pairs we have is what? 16. So which will give me 1 over 2. So which will give me 1 over 2. So B is the answer. Okay, what if the question asks you to find the probability that is what? That is odd. Just count the number of odd and divide it by 16. And divide it by 16. So next question, that is also not difficult to do. I think it is also on probability. So like you come across this type of question every year. Every year. So it means you have to, if I were you, I will just pay attention and follow this video carefully. So since I know, I mean, a related question is coming out in the exam. Okay, look at this question. We have that you have to find the probability that a number selected at random from 41 to 40 to 56 is a multiple of 9. If I were you, I would first of all know all the numbers between 41 and 56. Those numbers are what? I have 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 45, okay, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Oh, so that is the possible what? Possible outcome. And don't forget I said the probability of a number occurring is what? Number of required outcome. So number of required divided by number of possible. Okay, now we know our number of possible now. That is, I mean, the possible number the possible number we can get from the set of number between 41 and 56 are what? Let us count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 15, 16. So we have 16 numbers altogether. I hope you understand now. So this is 16. So what of now require? What are we required? So that is the probability that the number selected from this total number is a multiple of 9. Just select the one that is a multiple of 9. I think the multiples of 9, that is a number that 9 can go in them. So which is 45. You understand now? So 45. What else? You know, if you add 9 to this, so this is also 54. I think they are just two. They are 45 and 54. It means number of your required outcome will now be equal to what? Okay, let us check it very well. So the multiple of 9, yeah, I think we are correct. So this will now be what? Number of required outcome, that will now be 2 divided by 16. 2 here 1, 2 here 8, which is equal to 1 over 8. Can you see it is very simple? Okay, now if you want to find the probability that even number eh, is selected at random, just count the even number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will now give me 8 over 16. That is number of required is 8. Possible outcome is what? 16. So possible outcome is 16. Can you see it is not difficult to do? Okay, let us continue. So question 24. Look at this question. It's also not difficult to do. Yeah. So the question is on pie chart. As you know that you should be expecting, a statistic question in your JAMB. Okay, let's see this type of question. So we have that 4, 16, 30, 20, 10, 14 are represented on the pie chart. That is, you've represented them on the pie chart. Then you have to find the sum of the angles of the bisector representing all numbers equals or greater than what? All numbers equal or greater than 16. So that is the numbers equals or ish or greater than 16. So if I were you, first of all, check those numbers that are equal or greater than 16 from this set. We have 4, 16, 30, 20, 10, 14, and 26. You understand now? So now those that are greater than 16 are what? So I have 16, 30, greater or equal to 16, that is 16 and above. You won't consider 4 out of it. You won't consider 4 from it. So 20, you won't consider 10 as well. You won't consider 14 and you won't consider, you will consider 26 because 26 is greater than this. I hope you understand now. So what you have to do is the question has to find the sum of the angles. I hope you understand now. Bisector representing all numbers equal to this. So if you now understand that, then what you are going to do, if you want to find each sector of a pie chart, that is theta divided by 360 degree multiplied by 360 degree. I hope you understand now. I hope that is cleared. Yeah, each sector divided by the total sector, everything multiplied by 360 degree. So from here, these are the total numbers we are given. What will be the sum? What will be their sum? 4 times 16 is 20. 4 plus 16 is 20, 50, 70, 80. You understand now? So, and 80 plus 26. No. 80 plus, this will be 40. 80 plus 40, this will give me 120. Help you on. So it means if I want to know the sector of 4 now, that will be 4 divided by 120 multiplied by 360. That's how you are going to represent it on what? On your pie chart. But now the question is asking us to find the sum of the angles of the bisector representing all these numbers greater or equal to 16. Then what am I going to have? Then you sum this guy together. That is 16 plus 30 plus 20 plus 26 divided by what? So 120, then multiply by what? 360 degree. So if you add it together, 16 plus 30, that is 46, 66. So 66 plus 26 will give me what? 92. Then I have 92 over 120 multiplied by 360 degree. 0 cancels 0. 12 here 1, 12 here 3. 92 times 3, that is what? 276 degree. So D is your answer. So 276 degree. You can see it is not difficult to do. It's not difficult to do at all. Okay, now the next question, question 26. Question 26. I think this question is on simple interest. Let me copy it for you to see. So the question says Musa borrows 10 naira. Where is it? Sorry. So the question says Musa borrow 10 naira per month, simple interest, and repays 8 naira after 4 months. So and repays 8 naira after 4 months. That is also not difficult to do. So we know that my simple interest is PRT divided by 100. I hope you understand now. So this is the principal, the money he borrows, and this is your rate. I hope you understand now. And repays 8 naira after 4 months. So he repays 8 naira after 4 months. So after 4 months, this means that my what? My 4 here is time. This is my time. So that is your P is what? 10. Your R is equal to 2 and my T is equal to what? 4. You can leave, if I were you, I will leave this. Find, your simple interest first. So from here, I have that my simple interest is equal to 10 multiplied by, so what is your rate? Your rate is 2 multiplied by 4 divided by 100. This guy cancel this. 2 here 1, 2 here 5. Then you have 4 over 5. What is 4 over 5? That is 0.8. It means my simple interest is equal to 0.8. And what is that amount is going, the total amount is going to pay back. I hope you understand now. So now I borrow money for you. I borrow 10 naira from you, and you said you are going to collect 0.8 as interest. How much am I going to repay back? Is it 0.8 alone? No. I'm going to repay the money I borrow, which is the principal plus the interest incurred. So that's why amount is principal plus simple interest. So that will be 10 plus 0.8. So which is equal to what? 10.8 naira. I don't know if they put naira. Yeah, they put naira. So the question asks us to find how much does he owe if he repays 8 naira back. So if he now he repays 8 naira. It means out of the total debt, he repays 8 naira out of it. Then how much is the debt? How much does it owe left? That will be 10. You owe me 10.8 and you just paid 8 naira. Then the amount you are going to give me back will be what? 10.8 minus 8, which will give you what? 2.8 naira. So the answer will give you 2.8. I think the answer is C. So as you can see, the answer is C. So that's how you are going to calculate amount. So what you have to take note from this question is what? The formula we use to calculate the amount. Amount is what? Simple interest plus H. So simple interest plus principal. Okay, now another question. So this question is on logarithm. Since you know that logarithm and indices, they used to come out yearly, although I've applied some concepts of indices in the in the previous question and in the last videos. So let us check it. How do you solve this guy as well? You have 2 log 2 over 5 minus log 72 over 125 plus log 9. I hope you understand. First, let me quickly, tell you, or let me recall some of the laws of logarithm. Some of the laws of logarithm is that when you have log mn, it's the same thing as what? Log m plus log n. When you have log m divided by n, it's also the same thing as log m minus log n. So then your log m base m is equal to what? Is equal to 1. I hope you understand now. And when you have log m raised to power n, it is also the same thing as n log m. So also when you have log a base b, it's the same thing as log a divided by what? Log b. And don't forget, if they write a logarithm without putting base on it, it means we are working what? In base 10. And another thing you have to note is the relationship between the logarithm and indices. That is when you have log n base a equals s, you know this is a logarithmic equation. I explained that in my mathematics series from 0 to 0, you might want to refer to it. So then your n is the same thing as a raised to power x. I hope you understand. Since logarithm of a number is the power to which a number is raised to give you logarithm of a number n is a number to which x is raised to give you that number n back. I hope you understand. So that is that. That is that. So that is when you have log n base a, the logarithm of a number, which is s here, is the power to which this a is raised to give you n. So now that you know all the laws, all the rules, let us now solve this. Again, we have 2 log 2 over 5 minus log 72 over 125 plus log 7, sorry, plus log 9. That is not difficult to do. If you check this guy first, you can see that it is more or less this law. You know, before we can bring it here, so you have it on top of these numbers, then you can write it as what? Log 2 over 5, everything square. I hope you understand now. Log 72 over 125 plus log 9. So this will now give you log 4 over 25 because 2 square will give you 4. Then minus log 72 over 125 plus h plus log 9. So if you now apply laws of logarithm here as well, you know, the moment if you are adding or subtracting 2 logarithms, then the same thing as the logarithm. If you are adding 2 logarithms together, it's the same thing as what? The logarithm of their product. Likewise, if you are subtracting 2 logarithms, it's the same thing as what? The logarithm of their quotient. So that's why if you check the first 2 laws I wrote here, you have that log m plus log n is equal to log mn, and log m minus log n is the same thing as log m divided by n. So it means this guy is going to give me what? You can have, so, or if I were you, I can just collect the like times, so that I don't make a mistake. You can do it directly from here, but just because of those who are following logarithm for the first time, so this will now give me log 4 divided by 25 times what? That is 9. I hope you understand now. Then divided by what? So 72 divided by 125. I hope you understand now. So this now give me log 4 over 25 times 9. If you change this to multiplication, so you know it's the same thing as 125 over 72. I hope you understand now. So then you can see now that 5 goes here, 25 goes here 5 times. So I think 4 can go in 72. So 4 here 1, 4 here 18. I hope you understand now. So 4 here 18. So 9 here 1, 9 here 2. What do you have left? I have log 5 over 2 left. But if you check your question, let us check the question and check the option. You will see that this is how we have our answers. So just think of what you can do to have something of that nature. How do we now simplify log 5 over 2? I hope you understand now. So first of all, you have your question in base 10, and there is no way you can rewrite 5 over 2 such a way that you can have it, you can have the base in terms of 10. Then if I were you, what I can just do is, I can say this is log 5 over 2, just multiply this by 2 over 2 so that I have 10. I hope you understand. You know it is true. So this is same thing as what? Log 10 divided by 4. So from there, if you apply one of the laws of logarithm, don't forget when you have log m divided by n, the same thing as log m minus log n. So it means this guy is going to give me what? Log 10 minus log 4. I hope you understand now. And don't forget your log 10 is 1 from the loss I gave. Minus log, this is 2 squared. So this will now give me 1 minus 2. If you bring it here again, 2 log 2. So 1 minus 2 log 2, which is D. So JAMB want to know you actually understand the concept very well. So if they give you any question on logarithm, so they just require you to what? To apply the formula. They just require you to apply, some of the laws of logarithm, and that is all. So let us continue. The next question, question 28, right? Yeah. So let us solve the next question. So the next question says, I think this is on average speed. A car travels from Calabar to Enugu a distance of p kilometer with an average speed of u kilometer. Don't forget, your average speed is what? Distance covered divided by time taken. So the total distance covered over time taken. So a car now travels from Calabar to Enugu. Calabar to Enugu. So the distance from Calabar to Enugu is what? Is P. Let's say P C E. Distance is P, right? And the average speed ACE is also what? Is U. Okay, now per hour and continues to begin. But before continue that, we can substitute it here and find the time taken there. I hope you understand now. Or you can just say, since this is time for CE, CE, which is unknown, that is from Calabar to Enugu. Okay, now don't forget I have A is equal to D divided by T, and my A here is U. My D, which is the distance covered, is P divided by T, TCE, which is what we are going to find, right? Then your TCE, that is the time covered, will now be what? P over U. I hope you understand I have P over U. Just cross multiply by U, cross multiply this equation. You have TU is equal to P and make this T the subject of the formula. Let's call this guy this one. Okay, let us continue. And continues to Benin, that is from Enugu to Benin, Enugu to Benin. So, a distance of Q kilometer, that is DEB, that is Q, with an average speed of W kilometer, that is AEB, that is W. I hope you understand now. So we were not giving time as well. Okay, now then my AEB will also be what? DEB, distance cover over time taken to what? From Enugu to Benin. So if you substitute there, this will now be W is equal to Q divided by T. We don't know it as well. I hope you understand now. Then if you continue from, like I did it in the first case, then I have WTEB is equal to Q. Then TEB will now be Q divided by W. So that is Q divided by W. So if that is clear, if it is Q divided by W, okay, let us now look at the question. Then the question asks us to find the average speed from Calabar to Benin. So average speed from H, from Calabar to Benin. So from Calabar to Benin, don't forget the average speed will now be what? Total distance divided by what? Total time taken. And what is the total distance from what? Calabar to Benin. Before you reach Calabar to Benin, you have to go to Enugu first, Calabar to Enugu, then Enugu to what? To Benin. And what is this? So from Calabar to Enugu, the distance is P, then plus Enugu to Benin, that is Q, then divided by their total time. What is the total time taken from Calabar to Benin? So Calabar, that is P over U. P over U plus, okay, uh, from Enugu to Benin, Q divided by W. Let's see the answer we have. Yeah. Okay, let us simplify it further. Then I'm going to have P plus Q. Then you find your SCM, that is U over W. And this one will give me what? So U in UW, that will be PW plus QU. I hope you understand now. So plus QU. Then your A will now be P over Q divided by, or the moment you change this to multiplication, that will be UW into P plus QU. I hope you understand now. Then your A will now be P plus Q UW divided by PW plus QU. Let's see if we have it in the option. P plus Q UW, yeah. P plus Q UW. I think B is the correct answer. So PW plus QU. You can see it is not difficult to do. Okay, the next question. Question 29. Question 29. This question is on filiation. So don't forget we have, you could have come across the type of filiation. We have direct filiation, we have inverse filiation, so we have joint filiation, then we have what? Partial filiation. I hope you understand now. So that is, filiation is showing quantities, I mean the relationship between two quantities. When we have direct filiation, so which is same thing as, maybe if I say P is directly proportional to Q, or P varies directly as Q, so then as P increases, Q also increase. P also increases, so which is the same thing as P divided by KQ. So that's the formula you are going to use for direct filiation. For inverse filiation, don't forget, for inverse filiation, that is P varies inversely as Q. That should be what? P is equal to, that is, there exists a constant K divided by Q. That is, as P increases, Q decreases, or as Q decreases, P increases. I hope you understand now. So for joint filiation, you can combine these two guys together based on what the question gives. Then we have partial filiation, so whereby it can be partly constant and partly varies, whether direct or what? Inverse. Refer to my video on filiation. So, but if you check this question, the question is what? Is on inverse filiation. So the question says, if W varies inversely as what? UV over U plus V. W varies inversely as UV divided by U plus V. Then what will now be what? Since inverse filiation, then your W will now be what? K divided by, since it is inverse filiation. So K divided by what? UV, no, this should be like this, 1 over, sorry, let me rewrite it. You know, it is not a direct filiation. So inverse, that will be 1 over UV divided by U plus V. And from here, you can say it varies as what? U plus V divided by UV. I hope you understand now. So from here, if you find your D law, the moment you equate this to is equal to, then there exists a constant of filiation K, U plus V divided by UV. In some cases, they just give you the value of these three parameter U, V, W, and they ask you to find the value of K. But let's check the question. The question, okay, we were also given W to be 8, W8, U2, V6. W8, U2, and V6, right? And the question asks us to find the relationship between U, V, and W. That is not difficult to do. Okay, now, if you substitute the value of this parameter, then I have 6 equal to K into U, that is 2 plus 6, 2 times 6, u times v, 2 times 6. Then you have 6 into k, that is 8 over 12. I hope you understand now. If you cross multiply, you have 8k is equal to 12 times 6. So, which implies that your k is equal to 12 times 6 divided by 8. I hope you understand now. So 4 here, 1, 4 here, 2, 4 here, 3. What do you have left? I have 2 here, 1, 2 here, 3. My k is equal to 9. Now let me check it very well. So 4 here, 2, 4 here, 3. So 4 here, 2, 4 here, 3. 2 here, 1, 2 here, 3. I hope I've not made a mistake. Let me check. I have, what is my W? W is 8, not 6, I'm sorry. W is 8. This should be 8. W is 8. W is 8. W is 8. So if this is 8, 12 times 8. So then 8 cancel 8. Don't worry, we don't need to do all this. Let me rewrite it clearly. Let me rewrite it clearly. Yeah. So we have that, okay, this is 8, right? And this is 8 as well. Then your k will now be 12 times 8 divided by 8. Then 8 cancel 8, which implies that your k is equal to 12. So which implies that your k is equal to 12. When k is equal to 12, when k is equal to 12, what am I going to have? Then you go back to your question. So you know the formula connecting them before is what? W is equal to k u plus v divided by uv. So then W will now be, what is your k? 12 multiplied by u plus v divided by uv. So I think that's the relationship connecting what? W, uv. So, okay, now let us simplify further. Yeah, if I cross multiply here, then I'm going to have UVW is equal to 12 into U plus V. It means you are not going to stop there. UVW. So, yeah, UVW. I think the answer is C. Yeah, so question 30 now. Let us solve the next question. Question 30 is on function. Question 30 is on function. Don't forget, what is function? So, function is a relationship that shows the when you have the relationship connecting x and y, the dependent variable and independent variable. That is when I have my f of x now to be something, maybe ax plus b. You understand now? So basically, if your f of x is equal to y, your y is dependent variable, s is independent variable, because the value of s will tell us what y is going to be here. So here we say y is a function of x. So, and if you want to find function of x, let me quickly explain this. If I have my f of x to be x squared plus 3x, you understand now? So, and you are asked to find f of 2, for example, you don't need to stress yourself. Then, wherever you see x now, you substitute the value of 2. And this is going to give me 2 squared plus 3 into 2. That will be your answer. So, if you now check the question, so we have that g of x is equal to x squared plus 3x, and the question asks us to find g of x plus 1 minus g of x. Okay, so from what I've explained, what will be my g of x plus 1 now? What will be your g of x plus 1? That is, wherever you see x before, you substitute the value of what? x plus 1, and that gives you x plus 1 squared, right? That is where we see x, we put x plus 1 plus 3 into what? X plus 1. That will now give me what? If you expand this, that is s plus 1, s plus 1 plus 3 into s plus 1. I hope you understand now. So if you expand this, this will give me x square plus 2s plus 1. You see what I do? S times 1, 1 times s, 1 times. So that will give you this. You can try it out. So 3x plus 3. So if you collect the like time, then your g of x plus 1 will now be x square plus 5x plus 4. Now we know g of x, we also know g of x plus 1. So therefore, g of x plus 1 minus g of x will now be equal to h, x square plus 5x plus 4 minus. So what is g of x? G of x is also what? X square plus 3x. So if you simplify it further, come on, let us simplify it further. This will give me x square plus 5x plus 4 minus x squared minus 3x. You see that this guy cancelled this. Then you have 5s minus 3s, 2s plus 4. Or if you like, you can factor 2 out, that is s plus 2. But let's see what they have. So, yeah. Okay. You understand now? So, the answer is B. So, the answer is B. That's question 30. That's how you are going to be finding it. If you are given your f of s and you want to find the f of anything. So, f of anything will be what? Eh? You replace the value of x with that thing you asked to find. You replace the value of s with that thing you want to find. Okay, let me continue. So the next question, question 31, we are about to finish. So we have to factorize m raised to 3 m squared plus 2m minus 2. You can do this in two ways. I think the fastest method you can use what is the guess method. You understand now from your polynomial. I'm going to explain how. Then another method you can use is what? So is the rational root theorem. You know what rational root theorem is saying is that when you have any polynomial of degree what? Of any degree, of degree n, say for example, then the possible root will now be what? Plus or minus the constant in that expression divided by what? The coefficient of the leading the leading coefficient of the leading degree, or the coefficient of the highest degree. Anyhow, the coefficient of the highest degree of the polynomial. So from here, we can have plus or minus 2. I hope you understand now. Or you just say 2 divided by 1. It means the possible, root of this guy will be what? You can have 2, you can have minus 2. I hope you understand that you can have 2, you can have minus 2. And you see, if I'm going to tell you another, I'm just trying to explain what I call rational root theorem. So it is very good to guess something. So, and don't forget, when you have your f of x, then we say a is what? Is a factor of f of x. You understand now? Or let me say s minus a is a factor of what? F of s if f of a gives you what? 0. I hope you understand now. It means if you want to say that s minus 2 or m minus 2 is a factor, maybe you want to assume that m minus 2 is a factor of this guy, then if you substitute, you find f of 2, that is putting 2 in any place you find your m, then you are going to have what? You are going to have 0. I hope you understand now. So, okay, let us put 2. 2 raised by 3, that is 8. 8 minus 4, that is 4. 4 plus 4, So 4 plus 4 will give me what? 6 minus 2. So that is not 0. Okay, let us try it from minus 2. Minus 2, that will be minus 8. Minus what? Okay, minus 4. Then plus 2 times 2, that is 4 minus 2. I hope you understand now. So this is also not equal to 0. Okay, let us find, yeah, sorry, the rational root theorem. This supposed to be factor, not just 2. Factor of 2 and factor of 1. Don't forget the factors of 2 are what? 1, 2. So it means we can have 1 here as well. Let us try it for 1. If I put 1 here, 1 raised by 3, that is 1 minus 1, 0. So 2 times 1, 1, 2 minus 2, 1. It means 1 is a factor. I mean 1 satisfy, m is equal to 1 satisfy that equation. If m is equal to 1 satisfy that equation, it means m minus 1 is a factor of that number. You understand? If I were you, I would just divide through by using log division method. Don't forget your log division method. Since we know one of the factor which is m minus 1, then you write the other guy. That is m cube. I will tell you the simple method you can use: m cube minus m squared plus 2m minus 2. Yeah, okay, let us use long division method. How many m are we going to do? This will give me m squared times m, that is m cube minus m squared. If you subtract this guy, we cancel this guy, this is 0, this is 0. What do you have left? 2m minus 2. Then you still say, how many m are we going to see in 2m? That is plus 2. I hope you understand now. So plus 2, that is 2m minus 2. If you subtract, this is going to give you 0. So then I'm going to have that my m cube minus m squared plus 2m minus 2 is the same thing as what? M minus 1 times m squared plus 2. M minus 1 times m squared plus 2. So the result is D. That's if you want to solve it. But if you don't want to stress yourself, you can just do try and error method. Just multiply these two guys together, multiply them together and see which one will give you this expression. So you can see it is very simple. Suppose you just try it for the first two. You understand now? Since they are just two terms. So and you just get it, it means you just get the result for free. You don't need to stress yourself. I hope you understand now. So that's how you'll be doing that. Okay. The next question, question 32, if that is clear to you. So we have that the angle of a quadrilateral. What is your quadrilateral? You know quadrilateral is a polygon, right? But it's a four-sided polygon. In the last video, I said we have different type of polygon. So if it is 3 triangle, 4 quadrilateral, 5 is pentagon, 6 is hexagon, 7 heptagon, 8 octagon, 9 nonagon, and 10 is decagon. So when you have something greater than 10, then in some textbook they say don't disturb yourself, just say end-sided what? End-sided polygon. So then the angles of a quadrilateral are this, that is 4 of them. And don't forget the sum of angle in a quadrilateral is 360. Sum of angle in a quadrilateral is 360 degree. I hope you understand now. So then if that is cleared, since we know that it is 360 degree, then if I add them together, then I have 5x minus 30 plus 4x plus 60 plus 60 minus s plus 3s plus 61. Then the addition will give me what? 360. So 360. So okay, now let us simplify. If I collect the like time, 5s plus 4s, that is 9x. 9s minus s is x. 8x. 8s plus 3s, that is 11x. Minus 30 plus 60, that is 30. Okay, but we don't want 60. No, it doesn't clear each other. I thought it did. Sorry. Minus 30 plus 60, that is 30, 90, and 90 plus 61 will give me what? 151. So then you have plus 151 is equal to 360, right? Then 11y will now be 360 degree minus 151 degree. What is 360 minus 151? This is 9. This is 0. That will give me 109. That is 109. So is that? Let me check it very well. So 360 minus 151. Sorry, this used to be 209 since we didn't borrow. So 11s will now be 209. Then you can divide both sides by 11. Divide by 11. 11 into 209 is 19. Now that I know the value of my x, if I were you, I will just write the quadrilateral again, since I know the question we are asked to find is what? So we are asked to find the smallest of these angles. So if I were you, we know that my x is 19 now. Okay, let me substitute the value of 19 here. So 5 times 19 is 95 minus 30. This one will give me 65 because we want to know the smallest one. So 4 times 19, I think that is 76. 76 plus 60, this is 136. So 60 minus what? 60 minus 19, this is 41. So then 3 times 19, that's 57 plus 61. So that is 118. So you can see which one is the smallest now. That is 60 minus x. So your result is C. Your result is C. I hope that is clear. So if you understand that, I think we can continue. So at times the question may just ask you to find the value of x. It means you are going to stop here. And then at times you may not have your answer in terms of x. They may ask you to find the value per se. So please know how to do that. Okay, let us move to next question, question 33. Question 33. So the question 33 asks us to find the nth term of a sequence, that is AP and GP. So if you've forgotten AP and GP, refer to my video on that. I have like 13 or so videos on that. So the nth term is like a last term. You have 2, 6, 12, 20. Check it very well. You know this is not a special sequence. It is not an AP. It is not a GP. You know, AP is a special sequence because the relationship between the two consecutive terms is what? Is a constant. I hope you understand that. Likewise, GP. So the relationship between two consecutive terms is a ratio. I hope you understand now. So if I were you, you know the first term here is what? First of all, simplify it. Although if it is just like a special sequence that is AP and GP, you can apply your formula. But this one, if you don't know how to do it, just write, the sequence you were given, write it very well. Your first time is 2. You will see you are going to understand what you are going to do. So your second term is what? 6. Now you can see 6 is the same thing as 4 plus what? 4 plus 2. You understand that because it is 4 that was added to this one. Then your third term is 12, and you can also rewrite 12. 12 as 9 plus what? 9 plus 3. I hope you understand now because I'm trying to rewrite it as what? As a perfect square. So since that is clear, I can also write this as 1 plus 1. You know 1 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square, 9 is okay. Let us try for the fourth term as well. So for the fourth term, that is 20. Then I can say 16 plus 4. So it means if you check it well, this same thing as 1 square plus 1, this same thing as 2 square plus 1, 3 square plus 1, 4 square plus 1, because 4 square is 16. It means when you want to find 100th term, you don't need to stress yourself. 100th term will be what? 100th term will be 100 square plus 1. But now we have to find what? Nth term. That is nth, what you have, if it is 100 term, we just put 100 square plus 1. Gavari's term will be Gavari square plus 1. It means your nth term will be what? N square. No, sorry, this is not plus 1. I made a mistake. 1, this is 2. That is number of term, 4 square. It means 100 term will be 100 square plus 100. I'm sorry. So nth term will be what? N square plus n. I hope you understand. Gafari terms will be Gafari square plus Gafari. So then you are going to have n into, because n is common, n plus 1. Let's see if they have it together or they splitted it this way too. So yeah, they didn't split it. The answer is n square plus 1. You can see you have it for free. So, but if you were given special, AP or special GP, special sequence like AP or GP, and you want to find the nth term, just apply the formula. If it is 100 term, that will be A plus 99D. I hope you understand now. So, if you forgotten, refer to my question on what? So, refer to my question on arithmetic progression. You find it on SSCE Mathematics from zero to guru. Okay, let us solve this question. This question is on binary operation. So question 34 is on binary operation. So we have that if the binary operation, when we say binary operation, we know our operation when I am adding and performing an operation. So an addition is an operator. If I say 3 plus 4 is an operator, is an operation which will give me 7. So this addition is what? Is an operator. I hope you understand now. So when you are now operating between two elements, that's what we call binary operation. I hope you understand now. So binary operation. So when you see binary operation, it means we are operating between two elements. I hope you understand now. So, and if you are operating, your operation must have as a rule. I hope you understand now. So we know the rule of addition now, that is you are going to add the first quantity plus the second quantity. The rule of subtraction is to what? Is to subtract it. So you can have different operation. Just know the rule and you won't have problem. I hope you understand that. But before I go, what you have to note here is some of the rules of, some of the properties of binary operation. So we use in algebra. Don't forget we have commutative property. That is when you have A operation B. So then if it is B operation A, then we say what? Star is commutative. This operator is commutative. Then we have associative property. So A operation B operation C is also the same thing as what? A operation B operation C. You understand now? Then we have identity. We have distributive as well. That is when you have two operators. We have identity element. Identity element is what are you going to operate to an element to give you that element back. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are operating, you're operating under addition. Then what am I going to add to A to give me A back? That is 0. It means A is what? That's why we call 0 an additive identity. Multiplicative identity is what are you going to multiply by something to give you that thing back? That is what? 1. That's why we call 1 multiplicative identity. So you have to know your identity element. So identity element under addition, like I've shown, it is 0. Identity element under multiplication is 1. When we now say inverse, that is what are you going to operate by an element that is going to give you identity element back? I hope you understand now. So this A inverse is what? The inverse, and it is unique for each element. What am I saying? What am I going to add to 3 to give me identity element under addition? You know identity element under addition is 0. What am I going to add to 3 to give you 0? That is minus 3. It means minus 3 is inverse of 3. Also, what are you going to multiply by 3 to give you what? 1, because y is multiplicative identity. So which is 1 over 3. It means 1 over 3 is inverse of 3. I hope you understand now. So if you understand that now, let us now go to the question. So if the binary operation is defined by m star n, and your m star n, you know this our rule of the operation, m star n is what? Mn plus m plus n. mn plus m plus n, mn plus m plus n. So for any real numbers m and n, don't forget the meaning of real numbers. So that is, it can be fractional, it can be negative, it can be positive. Then you have to find the identity elements under this operation. Don't forget the properties of identity. When you say we have to find E, right? For identity element, it means when you operate an identity element with an element, you are going to have that element back. I hope you understand. So what this guy is saying, what this rule is saying is that when you have m star n, it means that you have to multiply. M is like first term, n is second term. That is, multiply first term and second term together plus first term plus second term. I hope you understand now. So plus first term plus second term. So it means if I have 1 star 2, 1 star 2 will be what? 1 times 2 plus 1 plus 2. So then m star n also here will now give me what? M E, abi m star E, sorry, M E plus M plus N is equal to M. So by the properties of identity. I hope you understand now. You see that this guy will cancel this. I hope you understand. Then what do I have left? So I have ME, right? Plus N is equal to 0. And don't forget, we are interested in finding the value of what? The value of E. Then if you collect the like time, you have ME is equal to minus N. If M is equal to minus N, then your E will now be minus N over M. I hope you understand. Let us check that very well. So, yeah. Okay. I think then we've probably make a mistake. Yeah. I'm wrong. You can see I'm wrong. This is supposed to be E. This is supposed to be E, not N, because M star E will be M times E plus M plus E. So this guy will cancel this. Then I have E here. So then if I have E here, then what am I going to have left here? So E is common. Let me just clean this. Sorry for the mistake. So E is common. If you factor E out, I'm going to have M plus 1 is equal to 0. Then if you divide both sides by, so E will now be 0 divided by M plus 1 is equal to 0. It means your answer is equal to H. So your answer is equal to 0. Your answer is equal to 0. Okay, now the next question. I hope you understand. But at times they may ask you to show whether it is commutative or associative also. So just apply the formula, the properties I gave. So and you are going to have it for free. So the next question is on factorization. As you can see now that mathematics JAMB is very simple. You can see. So we have to factorize completely 81 a raised power 4 minus 16 b raised power 4. Look up. Anytime you have something, as a power of 2, what I'm trying to say is that when you have a power and such your power is such that you can write it as index form in power of 2, maybe 2 raised power 2 raised power 2, 2 raised power 3, and you have negative at the middle. Or let me say, anytime you have negative at the middle of two expression, first of all, think about what? Completing this, what do we call it? Uh, Completing the square. So, so yeah, sorry. Yeah, difference of two square, sorry. Difference of two square. Don't forget, difference of two square is that when you have your a squared minus b squared, it means you don't need to stretch yourself. It will give me a plus b, a minus b. You will see that if you multiply this guy together, this will give me what? A squared minus ab plus ab minus b squared minus b squared. This guy will cancel this. What do you have left? A squared minus b squared. It means 16 x square, I hope you understand now, minus 9y square. If you don't want to stress yourself, this is going to give me what? 4x square. 4 square x square minus 3 square y square. Then you can also rewrite it this way, or just say 4x everything squared minus 3y everything squared. So since you have it as the difference of two square like this, then it's going to give me 4x, the first one plus the second one, the first one minus the second one. Okay, now let us use that idea to simplify this. So you can say this is same thing as 9 squared a raised power 2 squared. I hope you understand. I want to simply, you can do it straight away directly without stressing yourself. So then minus what? 4 square b square squared. So, and this one you can rewrite it as 9a squared everything squared minus 4b squared everything squared. You know this difference of 2 square? Then I'm going to have what? 9a squared plus 4b squared, 9a squared minus 4b squared. I hope you understand now. Okay, now you can still simplify this further. You can still simplify this further. This is also the same thing as well. 3a everything squared, right? Minus 2b everything squared, because 3a squared is 9. 3a everything squared is 9a squared. 2b everything squared is what? 4b squared. So then you can also apply difference of 2 square for these two. That's 3a plus 2b, 3a minus 2b. And that's will be your result, because you can't simplify this guy again. Let us check that. Yeah, I think C is our result. C is our answer. Don't forget your difference of 2 square. That is a plus ba minus b, same thing as what? A square minus b squared. A square minus b squared. Okay, the next one. So I think this question is also on logarithm, question 36. That is also on logarithm. Okay, let me just place the question here straight away. So the question asks us to find x if log 9 base x is equal to 1.5. Don't forget, the other time I was writing the laws of logarithm, I said that there is a relationship connecting indices and logarithm. Don't forget, when you say logarithm of a number n to the base is, it is the power to which the base is raised to give you n. So it means when you have logarithmic equation, then you can obtain your initial equation. That is the same thing as what? N equals to a raised by s. In essence, when you have n equals to a raised by s, then the same thing as what? Log n base a equals x. So from here, you can rewrite this guy as what? As initial form, as an initial equation. That will now be x equals to 9 everything raised by 1.5. Or if you don't want to stretch yourself, just from the definition of logarithm, logarithm of a number to the base, let me say logarithm of number n to base a, you understand now. So it's the power to which a is raised and to give you n. You understand now. So that is what power a is going to raise to give you n. So that's the logarithm. So, but if you don't stress yourself, just write the first guy here equals to the base, everything is power, what you have at the on the other side. Okay, let us proceed. So if I were you, anytime you have a decimal changes to fraction, this will be 15 divided by 10, right? Then your s will now be 9. So 5 over 2. Is that 5 over 2? And don't forget one loss of indices, when you have a raised by m over n, the same thing as what? So that's the same thing as nth root of nth root of a, everything raised by m. It means this is also the same thing as what? Square root of 9, everything raised by 5. S will now be 3 raised by 5. That is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, 27, 81. 81 times 3, that will give me what? 243. So then your x should be 243. Then we made a mistake. Where is the mistake coming from? Let us check it again. Log s base 8, or is it 9 raised power s? Not sure. But if it is just like this, I think I don't make a mistake. 9 raised power. So 5 can go. Oh, 5 here is 3. Sorry. 5 here 3, 5 here 2. So this should be 3. 3 times 3. Not that should be 27. So A is the answer. It should be 27. No, I made a mistake. So that should be 27. I hope you understand now. Okay, the next question. The next question is on inequality. Question 37. So we have that the question asks us to find all integers satisfying this inequality. We have -2 less than 2s minus 6 less than 4. I hope you understand that. It's just like when you have 2 less than x less than 3. If you don't want to say that as a lay mathematician, if you want to say it like a mathematician, what you are going to say is that s greater than 2 and s less than 3, or but less than 3. I hope you understand now. And also, we can break this guy into two. We can say 2 less than x and s less than 3. You understand that? So if you do this for this and find the value of x. So for example now, this guy, that's -2 less than 2s minus 6 and 2s minus 6 less than 4. I hope you understand. Okay, if I simplify further, if I collect the like terms, this will be -2 less than 2, -2 plus 6 less than 2x. But let me tell you one thing here, since you might come across this question, assuming you want to divide by negative number. If you want to divide by negative number in inequality, then the terms will change. If it is greater than before, the moment you divide or multiply by negative number, is going to turn to less than. If it is less than, it is going to turn to greater than. So, but we don't need here because we are just adding and subtracting. Then you have 4 less than 2x. You understand now? Then you have 4 over 2 less than x. Okay, let us simplify this same thing as 2 less than x. Let us simplify this as well. So what we have here, we have 2s less than 4 plus 6. 2s is less than each. 10. S is less than what? So 10 over 2. So then s is less than 5. S is less than 5. So then we can say that 2 less than x less than 5. And what is the range of value? If 2 less than s, it means 2s is greater than 2 less than 5. What are those numbers greater than 2? So number greater than 2 are what? 3, 4, but less than 5. Yeah. But if it is equal to 5, you are going to count 5 to it, but it is less than, greater than 2, less than 5. That is 3, 4. Then your answer is D. So your answer is H. Your answer is D. So if that is clear, let us move to the next question, question 38. Question 38 is on bearing and distance. Let me just quickly do it for you. Let me copy the question here. So I might do a separate video on bearing and distance. Okay, the question says if S is due point of Y on the coast, S is due point of what? Of Y on the coast. Don't forget this is your 4 cardinal points. You have the what? You start from here, we, west, east, and this north, south. And point X is due east point of Y. That is, if you have point Y like this, if this is point Y, then point X is due east. You understand now? This is point X. Then Z is another point on the coast, but 6 kilometers due south of what? Of Y. This is south. It means my Z will be here. My Z will be here. And we were given the distance to be 6. I hope you understand now. So we're given the distance to be 6. Then if the distance ZX is 12 kilometers, that is from this place to this place. So that is 12 kilometers. Then calculate the bearing of Z from X. So calculate the bearing of what? Of Z from here. So that is from here, then here. I hope you understand now. So how are you going to find it? This is not difficult to do. This is not difficult to do. For example, assuming I have that my theta here. Let's say I have theta here. You know, this has turned to, a Pythagoras theorem problem. You have a right angle. This is your opposite and this is your hypotenuse. When you have opposite and hypotenuse, that is so sine. Then you can say your sine theta is equal to opposite 6/12. Then sine theta is equal to what? 2 here. I think 3 can go 3 here. Or 2 here, 3. 2 here, 6. 6 here, 1, 6 here, 2 straight away. So sine theta is half. If sine theta is half, then my theta is 30 degrees. I hope we know that. Because what is the value of theta that gives what? What is sine? Which angle is sine equals half? I think that is 30. It means we know our 30. I hope you understand now. So now this is my theta. I obtain my theta here. But the question asked us to find the bearing from what? The bearing of Z from X. The bearing of Z from X. So it means you are not going to take it. It is not 30. So you know the bearing of S from, it means you have to subtract the value we obtain here from 270. So since there are 3 quadrants before we reach X, so then the bearing, refer to my videos on bearing of, I think, of Z from X of Z from Z. Sorry. So you know the whole of this bearing supposed to be what? It's supposed to be 270. But out of 270, we know theta, which is 30 degrees. If you want to know the rest, so then I have 270 degrees minus 30 degrees, which is equal to 240 degrees. It is not good. Refer to my question on this. So question 39. Question 39 is on set theory. I think you are going to use your Venn diagram. Okay, let me just copy it here and let us solve together. Okay. So a group of market women sell at least 1 yam, plantain and maize. You don't need to stress yourself. At least 1 yam, plantain and maize. That is, they are telling you that there is none of the market women who are not selling a particular item. So 12 of them sell maize, that is n of m is equal to 12. 10 sell yam, n of y is equal to 10. So, and 14 sell plantain. So that is n of p is equal to 14. 5 sell plantain and maize, n of p intersection m is equal to 5. Refer to my video on Venn diagram if you want to understand this correctly if you don't know it before. And what? Eh? Number of yam and maize is equal to what? 4. 2 sell yam and plantain only. Yam and plantain only. Yam and plantain only. That is maize is not there. That is 2. Why 3 sell all the 3 items? Number of yam intersection plantain intersection m is equal to 3. So how many women are in the group? You don't need to stress yourself. If I were you, just draw your Venn diagram first. You are going to have 3 Venn diagrams since we have 3 sets. Is that okay? Maybe I have P here, Y here, M here. And we're given our P to be 14. My Y is what? My Y is what? 16 and M is 12. And M is equal to 12. Then we're given all the three Y intersection P intersection M, that is 3. You understand that? You check whether they give you, the intersection of all the 3. If they give you, you are expected to write it first. You understand now? It is expected of you to write it first. What is wrong with my marker? So, as I said, if they give you all the 3, you put it there. You know the intersection of all the 3 is 3, put it here. Then we have that number of P intersection M is 5. Don't put all of the 5 here. In my video on set, I told you they give you intersection because this region belong to P and M only. But if they give you both P and M, it means you have to subtract it from all the 3. Why? Maybe 2 of us went to a ceremony and they served 2 foods, rice and beans. Or let me say 3 food, rice, eba and fufu. But you only ate rice and eba. But I ate rice, eba and fufu. I ate all the 3 foods. If they are calling how many people ate rice and eba, you are going to stand up. I'm also going to stand up. You can see now that this region without putting only, if they put only, it means it is just rice and eba. But if they don't put only, they are referring to those who ate all the 3 foods. So it means this is going to be 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. I hope you understand now. So, and this is Y intersection M. This region belongs to Y intersection M only. It means Y intersection M is what is the combination of only and all the 3. It means this is going to be 1. Like the example I gave with respect to going to a ceremony. So, okay, and this one is what? Y and P only. Then you can put it here. You don't need to subtract because they gave you already. Okay, now we want to know this region. How do we know this region? 4 of us went to a ceremony. 4 region constitute this set. 4 of us went to a ceremony and were given 14 rams of amala. Somebody has taken 2, 3, and 2. How do you know the share of the 4th person? Just add this together. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 2, 7. 14 minus 7, this will give me 7. I hope you understand now. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 1, 6. 16 minus 6, this will give you 10. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. So, and my M is what? That is 12, Abi. This also gives me 6. So then the number, what is the question saying? The question asks us to find how many women are there in the group. Total women in the group now be 7 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 10 plus 1 plus 6. You have to be careful. Don't add this together. Some people will add this together. No, you are going, don't add P plus. So you have to add what you have inside the set. So this is 9 9 plus 3, 12, 14, 24, 25, and this will give me 31. So 31. Let me add it again. Let us add it again. 7 plus 2. Okay, how many women are in the group? Yeah, I think I'm correct. Oh, this is not 16. No, this is 10. Sorry. This is 10. Then if this is 10, 2, 3, 5, 6. So then this is going to be 4. Not 10. This is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 10. 10 plus 2, 12. 12 plus 7, 19. 19 plus 6, that is 25. A is the answer. 25. And the last question, this question is also on polynomial. If s plus 2 and s minus 1 are factors of the expression. Don't forget your factor theorem. When do we say something is a factor of a number? Okay, let me write the question clearly. So s plus 2, s minus 1 are factor of the expression this. It means I have my f of x to be lx plus 2ks squared plus 24. So then if s plus 2, don't forget, if s minus a is a factor of f of x, you know that's the factor theorem. If s minus a is a factor of f of x, this implies that f of what? A is equal to 0. That is, a is a root of that expression. So if s plus 2 is a factor, then it implies that what? F of minus 2 is going to give me 0. Okay, that is f of minus 2. Then whenever I see s here, I substitute the value of minus 2. That's going to be L into minus 2 plus 2k into minus 2 squared plus 24, right? Equals what? Equals to 0. And you have minus 2L. This is 4 plus 8k. 4 times 2 is 8, right? Plus 24 is equal to 0. If I were you, I can rewrite this or divide through by 2. Or let me do this right. Minus 2L plus 8k is equal to minus 24. You can divide through by minus 2. This will be L minus 4k is equal to 12. You can call this equation 1. Okay, and s minus 1 is also a factor. If s minus 1 is a factor, don't forget from the factor theorem, if s minus a is a factor, it means f of what? F of a, f of a is equal to 0. So if s minus 1 is a factor, s minus 1 is a factor of f of s, then what does that imply? It implies that f of 1 must be 0. So f of 1 is 0. Okay, let us find f of 1. That is, whenever you see s, you put 1, that is L into 1 plus 2k into 1 squared plus 24 is equal to 0. That is L plus 2k plus 24 equals 0. L plus 2k equals what? Minus 24. You can call this equation 2. You can call this equation 2. Then you can now combine the two equations together. I have L minus 4k is equal to 12. L plus 2k is equal to minus 24. So I can find the value of my k here. Let's say I subtract the two equations together. L minus L, 0 minus 4k minus 2k will give me minus 6k. Minus 6k is equal to 12 minus minus. Minus times minus is plus. That will give me 36. You understand now? So which implies that k equals to what? 36 divided by minus 6, which is equal to minus 6. Now that I know the value of my k to be minus 6, I can find the value of my l. Just say put k is equal to minus 6 in equation 1 or any of your equation. Equation 1 says L minus 2k is equal to 12. L minus 4k is equal to 12. L minus 4k is equal to 12. L minus, wherever you see k now, you put minus 6 is equal to 12. Simplify it further. Then you have L plus 24 is equal to 12. L will now be 12 minus 24. L is equal to minus 12. So it means therefore L is equal to minus 12 and k is equal to what? What is the value of my k? Minus 6. Minus 6. Let us check. Minus 12 minus 6. Yeah, minus 12 minus 6. A is the answer. So that's that. You can see they are very simple. I'm very sure this you are going to come across related questions in other years too. So I advise you to go to other years. In the next video, I'm going to solve that of the year 2020. So if you are very serious about having A, or let me say 100% in your JAMB, then like I've said, you have come to a right place. So why not you sit down and watch my videos and subscribe and click on the bell button so that you get notified if I have a new videos. So I've done many videos on different aspects of mathematics. So the one that is most useful for you is the SSCE mathematics from zero to guru. So if I were you, I will go and watch it. By watching it, you are going to learn mathematics from scratch. Currently, I have more than 68 videos on that, so you can watch. And I assure you, in your WAEC, JAMB, NECO, you are going to have A. If you understand this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you.